Well, thank you for attending this Panopto video where I'm going to be demonstrating ChatGPT live. And I thought since this is a change management course, that since AI is going to be part of our life in business, in everything from personal, if you want to go see a movie, if you want to create artwork or see artwork or digest artwork. I've created some artwork with Ryder on AI. He looked even more cute. But I thought since we're going to be using ChatGPT in the real world, in a business sense and in change management, how can we incorporate this change, not only academically in this course to support you to be career ready when you leave the program, but also I thought, let's test it out from a change management perspective, even for the course for concepts. So I've already tested it out. I've done some IPAC stuff. I've done some live rock albums, Norway, Denmark trip, HR tests with rubric. I even tested it out from a student perspective, from a prof perspective. How can it make my life easier? But I thought, since academically, we need to also ensure that we are referencing properly if we are using ChatGPT. And keep in mind, ChatGPT, you got to vet it out because some of it's going to be not great stuff. It's going to be like Wikipedia, where it's not peer reviewed, but people contribute to it. It'll be like a Google search, which I love Google searching. I love YouTube videos. I love all that stuff. Doesn't mean it's 100% correct, but it gives me some sort of baseline. So let's do horse types. For students who know me, I love my horses. So let's just look up horse types, right? Let's do general interest, right? Because this is how I learn. I'm a visual learner, but I also like to learn fun stuff. So when I created an Access database, I created a recipe book, and then I created the CRM, for my applicant tracking system for the candidates that applied, but also for my clients' information and also to upload some jobs. So I created a recipe book first on Access. That's how I learned Access. Am I great at it? Absolutely not. I'm not going to replace any programmer. If AI listens to this, they know that they will replace me for programming. So, and no programmer will get hurt in this exercise, in the sense that they won't lose a job with me, right? Because everybody knows I'm not great technically, but I understand how to apply stuff for a business, or I get myself into enough trouble. So let's talk about dog breeds. Um, in Canada, right? Just because we're here in Canada. Let's see if they give me the Nova Scotia Duck Collar and Labrador Retriever. Let's just see, right? And so anybody who's watched this who knows what a dot matrix printer is, and yes, I'm dating myself, and I still have one kicking around. This looks like a dot matrix, just to let you know. If it had that, that sound, let me see if I'm turning up the volume. No, there's no sound to that. I would love to see that, right? I would love to see and hear the right. But I'm not getting the voice part of it. So let's see if they put in the Nova Scotia dog collar, because it's a fun breed. Not a lot of people know it. It's okay. So it's giving me the top 10. Now, did I ask for top 10? No, it gave me just dog breeds in Canada. It did not give me the Nova Scotia dog collar. Let's see. Oh, let's see if I even spelled that right, which is probably wrong. It is a retriever. I invite you to explore this further, right? So when you use ChatGPT, this is how my brain works because I'm a visual learner. I'm going to go right on to I'm going to go right onto YouTube, and I am going to research what is this beautiful Nova Scotia dog collar. So it piques my interest and curiosity to research more, because not all of this is going to be 100% perfect, right? And I have done this for an IPAC test, and it gave me some really weird anatomy stuff. So it was not accurate. So I'm just letting you know. It just helps you explore, it gives you a baseline. Use it as a tool to create curiosity, to research more, to look up academic scholarly material like JSTOR. If it's a business course, look up Harvard Business Review, look up a journal there. Look up something that's peer reviewed. Reach out to our wonderful librarians. They are excellent. They're there to help you, research with you, explore with you. So what else could we ask here? So I thought, okay, look, we've done the dogs and horse thing for me. Okay, so you've entertained me enough. Let's do Lewin, Lewin change management. Let's just go in here. It's a search box. First of all, sorry, I'm not giving you good tech support or training on this. But you can see here, it's a search box. It's an open-ended text box, right? We can make it very specific, but I'm just making it broad for this exercise. So Lewin, I talk a lot about Lewin, right? That ice cube, that ice cube theory, or where Lewin talks about unfreezing the change, creating that awareness, that sense of urgency, the change and the change process, and communicating and kind of getting the buy-in from people to do the change. And then we have refreezing, where once the people have, you have implemented that strategic change, then you refreeze it, right? So don't do this with meat, by the way. Or other types of food products. It's not going to taste yummy, okay? So with refreezing, you're refreezing that change, you're sustaining that change, you are reinforcing the change, you are being that ambassador for change to reinforce it, the new behaviors. Also, recognition and rewards. Now, it doesn't talk about extrinsic, intrinsic rewards. So we can go, what are some intrinsic and extrinsic? What are the type of rewards? And this is not being vetted, so I don't know what's going to spit out. Rewards for change management for employees. Let's say reward list some reward types. Okay, so this is where you have to explore. You have to have some critical thinking. First of all, is this all garbage? Can I use some of this? Did Kurt Lewin did it really happen in 1940, or did it happen in like 1742? Right. So far it's okay-ish what it's given me. But I want you to explore, what do they mean by recognition and rewards? I talk about extrinsic and intrinsic rewards, praise with the raise, right? Extrinsic, show me the money. Yes, I'm using the Tom Cruise movie and as my example. But let's explore more. Let's say I did not train you on rewards. I did not even have a conversation about it, right? But you just have that curious mind, be a journalist, dig deeper, list some reward types for change management for employees. Let's see what we get. Now, again, I have not vetted this, so I may have to edit this or redo this all again, depending on what it gives me, right? You also have to remember who's programming this, right? Where they're getting their data points from this, right? So monetary rewards, that's extrinsic. So I could pay you in bonuses, stock options. There's so many more. If you were to take a compensation course from me, which is typically 14 weeks, but it should be 2 years, I could give you other things as well, right? I can give you time off, right? I can get you to bank extra hours. I can give you a day off with pay. Could I give you pay for performance, right? Other things. So it gives me 5 things. I didn't even ask me, list 5 things. I could be very specific. Let's try this again. Bear with me. So yeah, monetary rewards, that's not too bad. Not enough for me. I would want to know more about, especially stock options. How would that work? How could I incentivize somebody for creating change? How many stocks? Is it a phantom stock? Is it an ESOP? Like, I would want to know a little bit more about stock options. Again, that could be a year course onto itself. It's Finance 101, right? With compensation, recognition, and praise. Raise with the praise. Oh my God, they put it in there. Okay, good. So a little bit of, intrinsic. So first was extrinsic, which is money. Intrinsic was raise with the praise. Uh, and then promotions with career advancement. So your performance management system, are we giving people real career development, time off, flex time, train development, all that good stuff. So let's say I put this back in. Ooh, I didn't want my name in there. Isn't that interesting? See, when you make mistakes, what happens? Sometimes list 10, not some, 10 reward types. Extrinsic. Extrinsic. I want to know more about this extrinsic. How can I pay people more money, right? What are the different ways? Let's see what it comes up, right? So it's thinkifying. Yes, my technical term of the day is, right? So I want you to explore more. I want you to ask questions. Do not take this for granted. Not all of this is 100% correct. If you do use any of this, you have to cite it, okay? Because Safe Assign, Turnitin, all these softwares may detect it, right? So make sure you cite that you got this from AI, right? The date and time and retrieved and all that good stuff. So what did it give me when I said 10 extrinsic reward types? So think of external money, stuff like that, bonuses, salary increases, promotions. It should say promotions with salary increase, because we're seeing a lot of quiet promotions. Let me give you that promotion without any extra pay. Stock options or other equity-based compensation, cash prizes or gift cards. Yeah. Time off, like I said, or flex work arrangements. Can I bank your time, right? If you can't use it right away, can I put it like in a bank account, so to speak, for your time off for future use? Special recognition form of awards or trophies, and give them a little bit of money with it. Public acknowledgement, so clap in the hands. So that's not really an extrinsic reward. That's more of an intrinsic. So see how this is wrong already? So when I give you praise, when I give you that public acknowledgement, that's intrinsic. That is not extrinsic. That's intrinsic, right? Did I make you feel good inside, right? That warm and fuzzy heart feeling stuff. Performance based on bonuses, commissions. So promotions are great, but show me money with that. Profit or gain sharing. So it was pretty accurate-ish, but not 100%. Okay. So I hope you found this helpful. I want you to explore this with me, and in class, let's, maybe do a demo of this too, of how this can be for health and wellness. So health and wellness, change management ideas. I don't know, you know, and then we can explore further, go really broad, and then get really direct with it. List 5 items, list top 10. We have here the top 20 live rock albums for my husband, right? Then I put Elon Musk into Mars, right? Is he really going to make it or not? Will AI, will it conquer the world or not, right? I just ask random questions, right? I even asked how AI is doing, what it's, what kind of ice cream it likes. I just want to see what kind of response I get, right? So let's look at the implementing health and wellness change management initiatives in the workplace, right? I just even said ideas. It said workplace. So isn't that kind of cool? And it's things like some of the benefits. So these are your sales pitch to your C-suite: employee morale, reduced absenteeism, increased productivity. So very blanketed, right? So I probably want to get some more information on that, maybe do some more exploring besides ChatGPT, because I could be on this all day. Provide healthy food options, encourage physical activity, other wellness programs like yoga, meditation, mindfulness, smoking cessation, stress management, provide mental health supports, things like EAP. I'm big on EAPs, right? So ChatGPT got an A+ for that. Other aspects, maybe not. So how do you promote a work-life balance? So I would ask more questions. How do you promote work life balance at the workplace to encourage management or staff to take time off or vacation or breaks, something like that. Let's, maybe I'll even kill a system here. I don't mean to, but maybe it'll go, we don't like that. Okay, so I got a little curious on the work life balance because I'm still questioning that myself as an individual. Um, build a positive workplace culture, educate employees, right? So, isn't that interesting? So, how can management be this ambassador, right, for it? How can we get their buy-in? Well, they need to lead by example. They themselves need to take vacation and breaks, right? So, my RBC folks, you maybe need to take a little break. My executive folks, RBC, right? Um, establish clear policies, right? Making sure that they schedule in advance, provide coverage. Wow, that's interesting. So, have a buddy system, encourage disconnecting. So when I go on vacay, in the wintertime, that, holiday, the end of December, beginning of January, I shut all my technology. I put it in the little vault and I shut it. Like they have, in these hotel rooms, little vaults, I just put my stuff in there. I don't open it till the night before I leave, where I have to book my tickets, right? Um, offer flexible work arrangements, flex time. Also, you know, working remotely, when you need to, maybe recognize the reward. Could I say top 10? Could I have said top 5? Right? So, and explore these further. Well, what do they mean by vacation? What do they mean by, these clear policies? What is a clear policy? I would ask that question. What do you mean by clear policy? Because what's clear for you might be not clear for me. Are we also looking at different modalities? Are we considering AODA in our communication, right? Those type of things. I want you to just keep exploring. So let's try this in class, see what happens. I hope you found this helpful. And let's explore this further. I mean, you can do Cotter's 8, right? 8-step change management, right? There you go. It's spitting it out. Now, at any point in time, you feel it's rubbish, because I have seen rubbish on this, stop generating, right? So at any point in time, you can stop it. And then you can also give feedback. Did you like it? Did you not? I don't know how useful that is, how the data points, how do they collect that data? Because to me, if a certain demographic is only using ChatGPT, then we could be skewing accuracy and letting biases in and stereotyping. So I'm a little concerned about that aspect. Oops, that was thunder, not my belly. But it is lunchtime. It's almost 1:00. So on that note, and Ryder wants to go out after the storm. So I hope you found this helpful. I really want your feedback on this. I want you to explore it. I want you to cite if you do use this. Let your profs know in advance that you are using it, because it's not widely within the college that everyone's using this. But I thought, since this is a change management course, it's already here. It's been here for a couple of years, just not version 4. I want to explore this with you. How are you going to use this in business? How are you going to use this in health and wellness? How are you going to use this as a student? How are you going to use this personally? So let's explore this. And I also want you to kind of reverse engineer it of how can we incorporate this for in-class exercises where people get marks, right? It's not enough for me to praise you like a seal that I do. Is that you need to get marks out of this, right? So how can I reverse engineer this together with you of how you could get marks? Now, this year, all the assignments, lesson plans, all that stuff has already been created. But let's think about the next generation. Let's think about the next cohort. And you might come back to me, right? You might come back as a student again, right? Maybe not with me, but with another teacher. You come back to Humber College, you say hi to me, you ask how Ryder is. How can I make this a tool for you as a student where you can get marks? Could this be an in-class exercise, an activity, a discussion, a mini assessment of some kind? Yeah, so your input's very valuable as always, and let's explore this together. Cheers. Lunchtime.